Hi, I'm Praveen, your trusted dental growth partner. I'm here with my good friend Albert, a trusted dental accountant. Good day, Albert. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good, thank you.
Yeah, look, a financial year is coming up soon. So, any take-ons on that as time passing by?
Oh yeah. Well, look, two things. The first thing is probably more tax related. That's going to affect every single dentist. In fact, every single business if you have employees, and that's what's known as payday super. So now every time you pay wages, you'll also have to pay super. That super needs to hit the super fund's bank account within 7 days of your payday. There's no exceptions. Reports will go from the super fund to the tax office, so they will know in real time whether you have met your requirements. And while it sounds fairly simple to just be paying the super at the same time, it creates more of an administrative burden because you've got to do that now every fortnight. Actually has an impact on your cash flow because you're not letting it go until the end of the quarter. You have to have the dollars there to do it, and it's not as easy to manage your way around the superannuation and actual payment and that. So if you haven't thought about it, if your accountant hasn't spoken to you about it, get on to doing it. And my advice is start doing it in May or June, so you've had a practice run. You know that you're able to do it fortnightly, and if you're paying it every fortnight with your wage before the 30th of June, you'll now get a tax deduction rather than paying it in July for this quarter. So make sure that you're right across it. Another thing, because I've got a lot of dentists that are looking at attracting patients, trying to grow their revenue, and everyone is very competitive for the same patient base. The Commonwealth Bank is here as a specialist lender, but they've got some industry data there. Simple points are this: last 12 months, 5.4 billion was spent in the health space relating to dental.
Dental, yep.
Average patient visit fee, $321. And just out of interest, the amount that was spent on veterinary services, 4.1 billion.
Whoa.
So, and I can tell you now, there are not as many dogs and cats and everything else, pets, as there are people in Australia. So people are as inclined or more inclined to spend money on their vets, on their pets, I should say, before they're spending it with their dentist.
Wow,
which is a bit of a
interesting.
shame. I'm happy that dogs and cats are getting looked after, but as we all know, the veterinary bills are also fairly expensive.
Yep.
But there was a growth in spending. There wasn't a lot of growth in spending, but we are all competing for that same pool of patients, and you really need to get your marketing, your website, your branding and everything else, which Praveen can certainly help with.
Yeah, thank you, Albert. That's a great insight. So interesting time for sure. So as Albert mentioned before, the financial years, you can still tax deductible, right? And then your websites and everything else, not just the marketing. I think all the other things you can steal. So if you need any advice, second opinions, Albert is here. All the details are below, and we are here. We are committed for our community, dental community. So if there's anything issues on your tax or advisory or valuations or in terms of the marketing or growth, reach out to us. So we have all the details just below, and look forward to talking. Thank you, guys.
Good.
Bye.
Thank you.